let John fool y'all. He was out.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't out here.
I was standing next
Don't
to
start.
him. He was out.
I was not out here. I was not out here back in the day.
You was moving around.
I found the Holy Ghost.
Okay, yeah. The night I got arrested, you had 4 girls in the car with you.
You know what? That would have been a great night if you didn't get arrested. so I had to fucking pull a audible, man.
You had to bust a Huey.
Them girls was like, "Wait, ain't that the house?" I was like, "You know what? We'll just go to my house. I got drinks there. There's no way. There's no way."
You knew if they was getting me, they was coming after all of us.
Yeah, they got one. They don't need another. They don't need another one. They got you.
Good times. But yeah, no. Back to the Flores shit. Like I said, he's not going to win, but they might settle. Because one thing the NFL don't want is emails being made public.
Obviously, with the Washington football team thing, you're right. They don't.
They don't want emails being made public.
Because John Gruden's suing the NFL, too. Let's not forget about that.
They know his owners are old. They say some shit that, at its absolute best, ain't politically correct. Mm-hmm. At its absolute worst, it's racist. It's sexist. It's homophobic.
You right?
Okay. Could you imagine some interviews, some emails come out and I don't know, owners is calling dudes on their team fun boys or something, and outing gay players that are in the league now, or
you can't let inmates run the asylum. Remember that? That was Texans.
Boom!
GM.
Right there.
Or no, the Texans owner.
The owner, and they got him the fuck up out of here.
No, he's still there. He's still on the team.
They got Ryan?
Probably another reason why they're looking at black candidates for the Texans, because they're like, yo, we can't bring in no high school coach. Not right now.
Bro, I'm telling you, if Josh McCown had got that job, they would have just had to hand Brian Flores a check for $1 billion and kept it fucking moving. But what do you feel about this lawsuit? I'm happy for Flores, not happy for him, but
I don't think it's gonna change a thing.
You don't think so?
No,
I do.
I don't. NFL, in order for it to change things, you got 30 owners, 32 owners, all powerful. It's not changing the thing.
I think it's gonna change some shit.
I think Flores is gonna settle. I don't think it's gonna change a thing. Roger Goodell can only do so much because he is pretty much he works for the owners. So there's a little bit to what Roger Goodell could do, but I don't think it's gonna change a thing, honestly. But shout out to Flores because he pretty much lost his job. He's not getting another job in the NFL. Him and Colin Kaepernick are not getting jobs.
About to get a couple $100 million though.
Well, I guess you won't need another job. He got to go to college. Hey, we need a offensive coordinator
and defensive coordinator.
He come to Michigan.
He definitely get a college job if he wants to.
What did the Colin Kaepernick thing change in the NFL? What did it change?
Well, the Colin Kaepernick thing wasn't about changing things in the NFL. It was about changing society.
Or police brutality, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But what has it changed?
Well, what did Dr. King marching in the streets change about police brutality?
What did it change? I'm asking you. Yeah, what did that change?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Again,
so you think Brian Flores is going to change 32 owners who are billionaires? It's not changing a thing.
I think things are going to change because it's going to affect their money.
You think this is going to affect their money?
They about to cut Brian Flores a check for $200 million.
So you think they're going to fix the Rooney Rule? Is that what you're saying?
I think they're going to do away with the Rooney Rule.
And come up with a new rule?
I think they're going to, what's going to happen, every league should just, look and see what Adam Silver's doing and follow their league. Because part of the problem is, teams are, they're tanking. And that's part of the problem is you bring the black coach in while you're tanking.
Wait, who's tanking? NFL?
No, teams in general.
Oh, so you want the lottery system in the NFL? But his lawsuit's more than that. That's just part of his lawsuit.
It is, but you can't bring the black coach in just to tank anymore.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
So
they put Flores in the tank.
Who was the coach at the Texans? He only was coach for 1 year.
Foley.
Yeah.
He did his job. Him in the tank.
He did his job.
They brought him in the tank, and then they thought they could get a hot shot McVay assistant or something, and they couldn't. And then
Lovie Smith would be a good coach for
and
them.
And then the shit with Deshaun Watson is kind of just...
It's spiraling out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and the Texans are a terrible organization, if we're being honest. So, like, you can't, like, you're not going to be able to bring in a black coach just to fail anymore. You're going to have to do more of the Jim Caldwell thing. And, like, if you fire him, let me tell you what, you better have a good reason.
Yeah.
The guy you're bringing in better be the guy. Because what happened to Caldwell won't happen no more. And what happened to Flores won't happen. Because you're not going to be able to have back-to-back winning seasons again and get fired.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, and what's going to happen is they're going to fear another lawsuit, and they're going to be like, all right, this can't happen. And they're going to talk amongst each other like, yo, as fucked up as it is, like, yo, hire the black guy. Just hire the black guy. They're going to talk amongst themselves. And then somebody's like, all right, I'll hire a black guy.
Wait, do you want black people to be hired because of qualifications or get hired just hire the black guy?
I want them to be hired because of their qualifications, but I live in reality. And I know that that's not always going to be.
I don't want to get to a point in society where people are just like, just hire the black guy just because.
So here's the thing.
That's not a good part to be
Here's the thing. If we live in that part for a while, at some point the qualifications will be undeniable. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't want.
You don't want to start there.
I don't want to settle. That's what I'm saying. So let's say you have qualifications. Let's say okay. Let's take Apple for example.
Okay.
Let's say you're an engineer and a white guy's an engineer.
Okay.
You're obviously qualified.
Okay.
But this white guy his resume is not that great.
Okay.
I want you to get hired based on your qualifications, not because we need to hire a black guy to boost our diversity numbers.
Same. I want that to be the case too. But I live in reality, and if the diversity hire is all that's the only reason, fuck it. Guess what? I'm going to be better. I'm going to be better than everybody else. Because if you look at it, we are. Mm-hmm. We are. Like, the NBA had a problem for a long time where they were just like, racism. The reason the ABA existed and was successful for a long time is because they was like, yeah, Dr. J, Moses, all of y'all, come on. We taking all of y'all. Let the white boys do bounce passes. We dunking. Let that fro go. We doing all of this shit. We behind the back, all of that shit. Like at some point, we are undeniable, especially in sports. 70% of the NFL, 90% of the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like somewhere we're undeniable at this shit. And if it gets to the point where you're like, all right, well, we gotta let them in because we just for the optics, cool. The moment you let us in the door, like, if the door's closed to me, I can't get into it. The moment you let me put my foot in, I'm kicking it the fuck down, and there's nothing you can do about it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
So
I understand.
At some point, like, if they just keep letting us in because we got our foot in, we gonna kick it down because we're better than everybody because we have the most experience because we're the best at it. Like, you look at who's it? Can't think of the defensive coordinator. I want to say like Takeo Spikes. It might be Takeo Spikes on the 49ers right now. Was one of the best linebackers in the league. Smart guy, and now he's a defensive coordinator. At some point, he's going to be undeniable. Byron Leftwich. It's kind of undeniable.
Come to Michigan, Byron.
Please.
We would love to have him in Michigan.
Please do. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, we're undeniable. Aaron Glenn, for the defensive coordinator for the Lions. We're going to lose him soon.
Mm-hmm.
Soon. He was a good corner. He's a damn great defensive coordinator.
I get what you're saying. Maybe one day we'll get to that point where we're hired because of our qualifications, not because we got to hire a black guy for diversity.
Yeah, we're going to get there because our qualifications are going to be so like, fuck, we just...
You got to. He's qualified.
Yeah, like...
Yeah.
Because what these owners are, and more than anything, is they're egotistical.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to be called stupid by the other guys. Because at some point, when this guy's so much... At some point, you pick Michael Jordan over Muggsy Bogues.
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, and if you're not, you just stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at some point, it's the pickup game, and you got a 7-footer there. even if he could barely walk, he's 7 foot tall.
Sean Bradley.
My point exactly. Our qualifications are Sean Bradley in the draft. Our qualifications are LeBron James in the draft. Like, at some point you're like, all right, well, and unfortunately we got to get our foot in by just being a diversity candidate or the one to avoid another lawsuit. The door's getting kicked down. The door's going to get kicked down. And that's what it takes. And unfortunately for the time being, it takes guys like Bruce Arians and Dan Campbell having all these black coordinators on their roster because those are the guys that are going to be looked at in 10 to 20 years as ahead of the curve.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were like, well, all these guys are really good in the league and they studied to become coordinators to understand the nuances and bring them on our roster. Because who can talk to a player better than a foreign player?
That's true. I agree with that. That's in any sport, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But in football and especially basketball, most of those guys are black.
Yeah.
Like I think this year, they had like the first white corner start in the league in like the past 20 years.
White corner?
White corner.
I didn't know they existed.
Exactly. I mean,
white corner.
I want to say he was on the Giants.
Huh?
Don't quote me on that. Yeah. There hasn't been like a white corner to start in the NFL in like 20 years until this season.
Good for him, man. I
you
hope he
what,
succeed.
He got to be the best white corner of all time.
I mean, look at Cooper Kupp, though.
Yeah.
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 That's a bad boy.
Yeah. You still picking Stafford to win the Super Bowl? Not the Rams, but Stafford.
I would love to see Stafford win the Super Bowl. Stafford. I hope he does.
Rams by 7?
Mm-mm. Wait, it's the Rams against the
Bengals. I'm going Rams by 7.
Really? You think Rams win by a touchdown? I think it'll be by 3.
I tell you what, Joe Burrow ain't see a game he's afraid of yet. So
I think it'll be by 3.
The only reason I say Rams by a touchdown is because I think the Bengals will be driving late. But I think when you're driving late, you know what the game plan is, and that's when Aaron Donald and Von Miller do their best work.
I think Joe Burrow has that Tom Brady factor in him. I really do. I think he does. And that's what I'm worried about.
If you give him a chance,
he'll make it happen.
Here's
because he was down against
Chiefs.
Yeah.
He was down 14 like 3 different times in that game.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, in that first round game, he got sacked 9 times.
And what'd he do? Get back up again.
Here's the thing, though.
We fall down.
Whoever they played in that first round game,
we get
didn't
up.
have Aaron Donald.
You think Aaron Donald has something to do with that?
Yeah, I think Aaron Donald might fuck around with MVP of the game.
You think so?
Bro.
He's the best defensive player ever seen. Down, but we get. This is what Joe Burrow did. We fall down 9 times. We get up.
9 times.
Joe Burrow just kept getting up. This is why I'm saying that. I know you said it went by a touchdown, but I'm saying it'll be a close game. I'm excited though. I can't wait to watch it. This nigga in his fucking chains, man.
Oh, you hear them riding? You hear them riding on this?
Start calling you those necklaces, Tress necklaces.
There you go.
I think Doug's trying to get me drunk. This dude, bro, another seltzer.
We got more topics.
We do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where we at in the minute mark?
2 hours.
When last time we did a 2-hour pod?
It's been a minute.
I had to be at Henry's house.
We done one here. It's been a while, but yeah. No.
What else we got? Damn, this mimosa one smacks.
We got music.
Oh, we got music.
You ever heard of music?
Today I did. What you got?
2 Chainz.
That album was not good.
You didn't think so?
I turned that shit off. I went back to the Yo Gotti album. That Yo Gotti album is fire. Did you listen to it?
No, you didn't. John, I need you to be proactive with me on the text about topics. And if I leave out an album, I need you to tell me about it.
Okay, so you got Spotify, right? Type in Yo Gotti. This nigga is learning how to type right now. Look, he's like, Y-O-G. Go to Yo Gotti. You see 2 albums there? Maybe?
CM10, I'm sorry.
Do you see
Free game.
Whoa, don't add that. Where's the other album? There's a B-side. You see a B-side?
B-side.